Hey guys, this is Slice Concessions. In today's video, we'll be talking about your assembly of your Carpigiani 1131. So right here on this table, I have all the main components to be assembled, all laid out for you. And this is the assumption that you just clean your machine and you have all the parts all put back together with the O-rings and ready to be reassembled. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with the beater assembly that goes into the cylinder, okay? So the first thing you're gonna get is make sure you have your auger or your beater. This is the steel part that holds everything together. And we're gonna start by putting on your blades, okay? So the first blade, you're gonna make sure that these notches you see right here are the ones that are gonna fit into the notches here. And you're gonna have 2 blades total for that. So what you're gonna do first, you're gonna put that notch to notch, and this dot right here is gonna go into the steel, and you turn, it locks just like that, okay? This is what it looks like when it's complete. All right, like that. And you're gonna turn it around and take your next set of blades and then make sure you have that notch right here. And then with that, you're gonna put that into here on the notch and just turn it till it clicks. Click, just like that, okay? So you got the soft plastic on the steel on both of them, okay? The second thing you're gonna put together is this white piece. This is like your front guide for everything that goes in there, okay? So you're gonna notice that there's gonna be a notch here, and that notch is gonna fit with this notch right here. This is to prevent it from fitting in any other way, and that way you're sure to have everything put together just right. So you're gonna notch to notch like that, and just push it in. There we go. So once you put it all together, this all fits together just like a jigsaw puzzle, okay? With that notch being the main one that guides you. Next, we're gonna get our centerpiece, which looks like this, okay? What we're gonna do is we're gonna line these up and put all the way through until this goes in that hole right here where my finger is, right here. And make sure, and it'll free spin like that, and that's good, okay? And now the final piece you're gonna put on is your rear seal, okay? You just slide that out just like that, okay? The job of the rear seal is to make sure that nothing leaks out the back of the cylinder. So when you have this, make sure you inspect for tears and make sure it's not, deformed or anything like that, because that could cause a leak too. Once everything's good to go, all you need is to take some lubricant. I apply it on the seal, make it nice and even on both sides. Get it in there, there we go. And go ahead, make sure your blades are flat. Go ahead and put them in, push, turn, there we go, okay? If you do it right, you're gonna only have a little out. If your door doesn't fit on, don't force it. Make sure that it's not sitting out too far like that, and if it's still spinning, that probably means you don't have it lined up in the back, but if you turn, it will drop in just like that, and it won't easily spin. And there we go. All right, the second part we're gonna put back together is the door or the faceplate, okay? This is the thing that holds everything together. These are your plungers. Your left and the right one have just 2 seals that go up and down like that, okay? And you'll know that, just know that these can be switched left and right and be fine. The unique one is the one in the center. As you can see, there's like a T seal, right? Like that. That keeps the flavor separated so that when you swirl it, you'll get the 2 flavors together without blending, like one going left to right or anything like that. Boom. So as with any seals that you're working with, always use lubricant. And make sure inspect them during your cleaning. If it's torn, you're gonna get a leak. It's be annoying to have to redo everything again, just to make sure that your seals are good. So do it all before you put the ice cream in, and you'll have a much better time when putting it back together and running your machine. All right, so now it's lubricated. you're gonna notice that there's a notch side, and this is what the handle goes into when you pull, okay? So make sure that once you put all these in, that these are all facing towards you. So, boom, that's right. That's wrong. This is right. And that's right. So go ahead and push these down. And the next thing is you take your pin that holds them in place, and you start from left to right, right to left, doesn't really matter. But an important part is you make sure that you line it up like that, push the pin through like that. There we go. There we go. And then confirm that it can go up and down like this, right? Okay, and now you do the next one. These handles are all the same, so you know you could do either one, but if you do all in a row, that's like the easiest way to do it. So second one in, push it down, run your push it down, run your pin through, and then do that for all three. There we go. There we go, just like that. And once you have all the way through, you want to make sure that you have the O-ring that fits on here, and that's what prevents it from just slipping straight out, okay? So O-ring, you do not need to lubricate this one, but just, you know, make sure you have it put in right, and to replace it if it cracks. There we go, nice and tight, so you know it's not going to fall off on accident. Oops. Boom, just like that. Now this won't come out or anything like that, and you can make sure everything goes up and down. See how that comes up and down as you do it? There we go, perfect. And now we're gonna put this on the door. Line up 4 holes. Oh wait, before you do, make sure you check your reel seals, okay? If these are bad or leaking or dried out or cracks in or anything, you're gonna get drippage like between the door and the metal. And you're gonna just kind of see it coming out. If you see that a lot, go ahead and replace that, okay? There we go. Line these 4 up. Get the bolts on. So kind of cross tighten. Doesn't need to be a death grip, but just make sure it's snug and let the O-rings do the job, okay? There we go. Just like that. Okay, so up and down, good. 3, so these handles are solid. Next, the last part is basically the air tube, okay? This goes on top in your hopper, okay? So the job of this is to regulate your airflow. So closed, and you work your way up for a little more, and you know, to adjust your overrun. So more, less air, more air, okay? How this assembly goes together is, this is the body, there's an O-ring, and this fits into the hole in the top of the hopper, okay? The second item is actually this T-shaped thing. It looks like a syringe, you know, kind of. But this is what's gonna fit in over, and you're gonna, while you're running, you want it to be open. If you have it closed when you're running and serving, you're gonna starve the cylinder and it's gonna stop flowing out, and you're gonna think something's over frozen, but it's not, it's just you're not being refilled. So make sure this is open when you're running and closed when you're leaving it for a night, okay? And the last piece to go in is this steel rod with a flat top. Put it in just like that, and just stick it right into the hole, and you're good to go. All right, if you have any more questions, please feel free to contact us, and thank you for watching this informative video. Hope to see you in the next one. Have a great day.